200x low market cap gem. Is this project running under the radar? We could do a 20,000% return. That's what 200x is. We are going to cover the fundamentals, the technicals. We're going to look at the project itself and why it might be running under the radar and could it be set to explode. If you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I appreciate you. 1,000 subscribers plus. If you don't know me by now, I'm the award-winning author of The Extraordinary New Venture Capital Opportunity, How to Invest Like a Pro. My name is Jagir. I've been focused on trading currencies for the last 15 years, featured in the best-selling book, High Probability Trading Strategies back in 2008, but now I exclusively focus on crypto. So, low market cap, what does that mean? It means the token price multiplied by the circulating supply is a very low number. This particular number has in the past been 200 times higher. So if it reaches its former high, that's a 200x. So what we're going to look at today is how likely is this particular project going to hit its all-time high again if the bull market really takes off. Now, before we dive in, this is a higher risk strategy. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, do your proper risk management. But let's dive in. Kickpad, that's the one, Kickpad. I've heard different people say different things about Kickpad, right? Kickpad has been about for a few months now, and it was a powerhouse when it was really performing, and then it kind of went very quiet. And people were saying Kickpad is dead. Kickpad is dead. Is it dead? Well, that's what we're going to look at today. So when we look at CoinMarketCap, the price of Kickpad is 0.02 cents per token. You can see that the price has tanked. We're talking about, let's just have a look. If you look at all-time high data, it's 99.53% down, right? So we go, wow, that's not good news for any project. But why? Why? That's a deep retracement. Why? Is there any gems within this? Is there anything that we can see that other people are not seeing that leads to high opportunity? Well, that's what I'm going to share with you today. CoinMarketCap's not showing market cap itself, so I'm going to just jump over to CoinGecko. CoinGecko I also use, and the market cap is $1.28 or $1.26 million. The peak, just so you realize this, the peak market cap was 61 million, right? So it's like 1 million and it's been 61 million. How can a project tank so much? That's what we're going to look at. So I personally found it very confusing. I'm like, hang on a second, are these guys out of business? Have they disappeared? What's the score? I jump on their website, I don't see anything. So I went to cryptorank.io and they have a feature that says IDO platforms. Click on IDO platforms and it shows you the top performing platforms. And you can see the blue bar, which represents, I think there was a code here. Where's the code gone? Oh, here we go, down here. Average all-time high return on investment. Kickpad is the highest, 6,300% on average, which is a 63x compared to, Trumpad's average of 1,700. The second place was PokerStarter at 4,000. You got Downmaker at 3,000. You got Bounce, haven't heard of Bounce before. Where's BSE Pad? BSE Pad, 3,200. You go, hang on, Kickpad is still got the top rank. It's like top rankings. So what's going on? How can they have the highest return on investment for all-time highs? And even the green bar is average current return on investment. So the projects that got invested in, what's the current price today and what's the return on investment today? You can see it's still got the highest, right? So you go, hang on, they did some great work. What the heck happened? So when I went into a bit more detail, so Kickpad has done 7 IDOs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they got a smaller sample size. When I look at the dates, I go, okay, their last IDO was the 10th of May. 10th of May, whereas all these other platforms have been releasing IDOs in May, June, July, and even August. Like BSE Pad's got one going on today called PrivyX, which is Spotify combined with Axie Infinity. That's the vision of that company. But back to Kickpad. So you go, okay, they haven't done an IDO for 2-3 months. What is going on? Let's jump on their website. So we jump on their website, kickstart your project the right way, finished IDOs. So we see all these IDOs that we just saw that performed really, really well. Some of them did 200x, you know, like these did all-time high. One did 230x, one did 128x, they did 40x, 2.6x. One of them tanked, which was this one down here, Algo, that tanked, and that's just the nature of IDOs. But on average, they perform really well. So what is going on? I'm looking at their website. There's no information. They've got their pools. What's active right now? Nothing, nothing, nothing. So I thought, okay, I need to figure this out. What is going on? So I jumped onto their Telegram. Let's jump into the Telegram. All right, let's scroll up. And here we get the information, right? So we have to dig around. I had to dig around to go, what is going on? There's something's just not right. Either they're out of business or they're in business. What's the score? So I clicked on the article to say, what is going on, Kickpad? And they've got a great article. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to read some of the key points. I think it's this one here. Is it this one? Yeah. No, that's not this one. It's this one. So what Kickpad have done is that they have come to the conclusion that they don't like IDOs in terms of it doesn't serve the project the best and it doesn't build the best communities. So Kickpad, the first community airdrop platform. So they are pivoting from an initial DEX offering platform, launchpad platform, as in launching IDOs, to becoming a community airdrop platform, cross-chain airdrops and more. So let's have a quick read. So no longer only a simple IDO platform. So this is an IDO platform. They allow people to white label their product and everything else. But the first MAP, marketing amplification platform. That's what they now are. A marketing amplification platform. You go, what the heck is that? Kickpad is now cross-chain and supports projects on multiple blockchains, including Matic, which is Polygon, BSC, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum. Kickpad will now offer services to the project. So let's just go a bit further down. Intro. We want to start this article off by acknowledging that much of the DeFi community will probably think that our changes are crazy or that they are unheard of, that nobody has ever done this before. Yes, this is the actual feedback we have gotten from some of our partners. Hence the price action. It's like, hey man, we know IDOs are kicking off, but what the heck is this marketing amplification platform? To them, we say, please read this article fully and realize that things sometimes need to be shaken up. Sometimes you need to blow something up and reassemble it to make it better. The point is, IDOs, as they work now, are not optimal. That's their opinion. It's not an easy thing to say. Not many people are willing to admit it. In this article, we will shed some light on the truth of IDOs. Now, this is coming from a platform that was getting the top performing IDOs. Like they were literally smashing it out of the ballpark. So credit to Kickpad to say, hey, we don't, this is not in line with our vision. And why we think we can make positive change in this niche. And we will also talk about the changes we are making. And look, if you don't like our approach, we understand. IDOs have been around for a while and they work kind of normally. Nothing crazy, but we think the project teams will be the first to realize that what we are saying here is unspoken truth behind the fog of IDOs. So let's have a look. Let's just go. I'm just going to read this to you because it's really important to kind of go, hang on, what are these guys doing? Because it's under the radar. It's really under the radar because I had to dig to find this, really, really dig. And sometimes if there's a gem like that and they're doing something that no one else is doing, and they do it successfully, why? That could be potential for high returns. Kickpad's original idea was to flip DeFi upside down and shake up the normal ways of doing things, offering allocations for everyone, creating an auto liquidity, adding DEX, decentralized exchange, and more was just us doing what we like to do, shaking things up. Over the past few months, we have seen a lot. We have lived in DeFi with you all, and we have gotten some cool insight on things that work and things that don't work. We also know that some commonly done things at the moment are actually worthless, bad for projects, bad for communities. IDO sales are one such negative thing. Yes, we said it. Wow. Credit to Kickpad. Talk about going against the grain. That sometimes leads to greatness. You know, what is a secret that no one else agrees with you on is something that Peter Thiel says in his book, 0 to 1. IDOs are currently, IDOs as they are currently are chunky, not optimized for the community, and definitely not optimized for the project teams themselves. It's tough, it's a tough pill to swallow, but we have seen it firsthand and we have decided to change things up. So they literally pivoted. That's why they haven't done an IDO for the last 3 months. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So what the heck are you guys doing? New features. The new direction of Kickpad means that some big changes are here. These changes will offer benefits to users as well as the project teams that work with us. Multi-chain, so Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, and Ethereum. First, Kickpad will no longer be limited to Binance Smart Chain only. We are adding Matic and Ethereum projects into our ecosystem functionality. As of today, we have opened up our platform to offer access to projects on Polygon, BSC, Ethereum. This is not only for our users access to projects on other, so let's just get to the point now. Airdrops, not IDO sales. Here we go. Boom. This is the innovation, right? Marketing amplification platforms in community events. Community airdrop platform is kind of like the two words, maps and caps. IDO sales will no longer take place as you are used to them. They'll be very similar, but a different process. Instead, all qualified users will have token airdrop to them, free of charge. Free of charge. What? Yeah, when I read that, I was like, well, hang on, let's figure this out. Assuming they have completed certain tasks below. No more purchasing tokens. Right, so they are shaking things up. New projects or existing projects will come to Kickpad, and instead of selling tokens, they will airdrop them to all qualified users free of charge. Yes, that means every single project that comes to Kickpad will airdrop tokens to qualified users for free. No more worrying about calculating prices, sending BNB, and all of the other headaches. All honesty, it can be a headache. You have to be at the computer at a certain time. There's a first come, first serve. You got to unlock your tokens. You got to then sometimes bridge them over to another wallet, and it can be a bit of a headache, right? So I get this. I go, okay, all right. Let's check this out. Okay, you don't even need to be there for the sell time. They will be airdropped to you automatically and for free. Airdrops made easy. So it's airdrops easy. So available to already live circulating projects, not just pre-launch. This is the big thing that they noticed. They're like, hey, look, pre-existing projects also need communities. But with IDOs, it's only available for brand new projects. So is that, what about the existing great projects? So this is really clever. This means that Kickpad will now work with and engage with projects that are already live. No longer will our community be limited to pre-launch projects, but now we'll have the ability to offer airdrops to already live tokens and projects. Imagine getting access to projects you've been eyeing for a while that's already on the market. This means a wider range of projects coming to Kickpad. Now they cover their tiers, you stake certain amounts, it's a lottery system, and you have every 2,500 Kickpad tokens, you get a ticket. So you've got 25,000 tokens, you get a ticket. So it's a lottery system, more tickets, the more high probability you get allocation. So it's diamond, gold, and silver, and bronze. Benefits to users. Access to projects on multiple chains, so we've covered that. Access to projects that are already live, which is different. That's the difference, right? No one else is doing that. Not that I've seen anyway. There's pre-launch and there's some airdrops happening, but not like this. No need to deal with confusing user interfaces. That's what UI stands for. Price calculations, and that can be a headache, especially if you're not used to it. Easy airdrop system, airdrops directly to your wallet on multiple blockchains. What? All right. So now we see, all right, Kickpad's doing something quite different. Doesn't mean they're going to succeed, no. But no one else seems to be doing this. So they're the first marketing amplification platform. And competition is bad for business, right? When loads of people are doing IDOs, and there's a lot of IDO platforms, no one has a marketing amplification platform, which is a new way of looking at things. So now let's look at the benefits to the teams. Why would teams come to Kickpad? Why would they say, hey, I can go to Polestar, I can go to BSC Pad, I can go to Tronpad, I can go to ETHPad, I can go to DAOmaker. There's all these different IDO platforms. There's KCC Pad. There's all these new ones launching. Why Kickpad? So let's have a look. Obtain the same great marketing support, community building, and more. Way less sell pressure on launch. Don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of unlocked tokens. Lower market cap at launch due to fewer unlocked tokens. Can give those tokens to strategic partners, seed rounds for better value. Projects that are currently in circulation can benefit from our marketing services and get marketing blitz support. Wow. So here we go. So look, it kind of covers, what are the weaknesses. So we shall cover it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. IDOs currently have a few weaknesses that are not addressed, and it's mostly things that nobody wants to discuss. So we'll do it. I like that. I like that. I like that. It's bold. IDO platforms are currently only for unlaunched projects, not already launched tokens. Very little marketing support available for already launched tokens. Okay. So they're identifying a problem, a pain point. We all know that there are many projects that are already live circulating that would benefit from marketing community support that IDO platforms offer. And as well, our Kickpad community would love to engage with some of these projects. But with current IDO platforms, we cannot. And it really limits and isolates the majority of the market. The IDO community members would love to engage with and learn about and participate with many projects that are already live. Kickpad's transition will now allow already live projects to also engage with our community and token support. Our community will also get access to projects regardless of what stage they are in. All right, we like this. We like this. So now we're seeing, this is just good business, right? Just looking at what are they doing. So the token price is tanked, which is short-term voting, but what's the underlying value of the project? That's what we're looking at now. So we're looking at the secret behind closed doors because it hasn't really been advertised. The only reason projects want to do an IDO are for marketing pushes, not for sales. Right? That's important. That's right. No project cares about the actual IDO sale itself. They could raise their money in a few seconds if they wanted to. And that's a good thing. Right? So money, like even these raises, like $100,000, $200,000, these companies don't need money. They've got VCs, they've got private round investors. What they're saying here is what they want is community and users. That is so, so important. But we need to realize that they only want to work with IDO platforms because we can offer them tremendous marketing support, a great engaged community, and more. Big shout out to the Kickpad community as well. If you're a part of Kickpad already, big shout out to you and me. I'm part of the Kickpad community. I'm liking this. So the important part for the marketing, so let's read that again. So the important part for the marketing side of things, that's the way it reads, right? But that is okay. It is expected. With this new setup, Kickpad can offer same level of marketing support to project and also offer community access to other projects as well. So number 3, project teams must unfortunately offer tons of unlocked tokens, right? So this changes that. These IDO tokens could be offered to strategic partners, advisors, or other value adds instead. So now they're just looking at things in a very different light. So when I saw this, I was like, interesting. Let's have a look. So, full disclosure, I bought some Kickpad tokens when it was, let's just zoom in here because it looks so flat. I bought some Kickpad tokens around this zone and this, I think it was around here. No, even lower. I think I bought them around this zone here, this zone down here. It was like 1.3 to 1.7 cents. And it did a nice little launch. So let's have a quick look at a few other things. And by the way, if you're liking this kind of content, because this is more like news, much more fundamentals, there's not much technical analysis that we can do because the price is tanked. It's like really, really gone down so deep. There's not much analysis we can do. But there's a few things we can look at from a different angle to see, can we see value that other people are not seeing value? And that's what great investors do. And then you have to make your own decision. There's proper risk management. Doesn't mean it's going to succeed, but now you can kind of get a picture of why haven't they been launching IDOs for the last 3-4 months? Well, they announced kind of privately, because I found it difficult to find because it's not clear on their website, that they've pivoted to a marketing amplification platform where they do cap events, which I believe are community airdrop projects or platform. That's what they're doing. I need to get that term right. I think I got it here. So we know Kickpad's got the top performing IDOs. However, they no longer do IDOs. And they've only got 7. That doesn't need to be taken into account. And they haven't, since Bitcoin's been dropping, Kickpad hasn't launched any IDOs. And IDOs won't perform as great when the market is bearish. That's important to know. So here's the platforms that they've done. We've read this. Here's the website. So Kickpad, a few days ago, they announced Kickpad Crypto World NFT MMO game cap event is live. Just want to remind myself, what the heck does cap stand for? I think it was, let me just jump to the thing again. Cap. I want to quickly, I think it was down here. Cap events. Community airdrop program. That's what CAP stands for. Community airdrop program. That's what CAP stands for. That's what they're focused on. So it's marketing application platform, and they do that via community airdrop programs where they do airdrops. So the last one was actually yesterday, a project called Crypto World. So they've actually done 4 now. They've done 4, and this is the 4th one. So let's just jump back in. Let's have a quick look at Crypto World. So Crypto World is a project. You can read up on it, but let's have a quick look at their website. This is live game footage. So let's have a read as the video's playing. Looks pretty cool. As far as CAP events go, this one that we are very excited about, check out the trailer. So this is the trailer playing. Crypto World brings 2 immense technical pieces to the blockchain world. A stunning HD open world MMO. I don't know what MMO stands for. Let's just have a quick, we've got this library in our pocket. MMO, meaning, this is what I have to do. Massively multiplayer online game. Massively, is that what it stands for? Am I reading that right? A massively multiplayer online game. MMOG. MMO is an online game with large number of players. All right, so it's a online game with lots of players. MMO, you're probably familiar with that. I'm not. So MMO. So yeah, it looks very, very cool. This Crypto World, a revolutionary NFT market system with 3D in-game NFT storefronts that players and project teams can customize for their NFT sales. So Crypto World have approached Kickpad, and they've done it via a community airdrop program. What is Crypto World? Crypto World is the first 3D social sandbox massively multiplayer online game. Right? That's a bit of a mouthful, but there you go. Crypto World is a 3D social sandbox for the most massively multiplayer online blockchain game and NFT marketplace. By the way, feedback for anyone, when there's terms like this, MMO, and it's not layman's, like the average Joe is not going to understand it, just put it in brackets. Massively multiplayer online game. Makes it easier for people like you and I. It is truly immersive, virtual and social. Explore the Ultra HD 3D Crypto World universe and explore NFT in the 3D Crypto World more. And you can kind of read about it, you can kind of look at it, it looks very, very cool. And NFTs are massively trending right now, right? Especially with play to earn and everything else. So let's just finish up with Kickpad. I looked at their VCs. They've got one VC called Hot Labs. Hot Labs are a VC firm. I've not really heard of them, to be honest, but this is some of the other things in their portfolio with Hot Labs. They got Globe. Globe is it's a derivatives exchange, I believe, and Pantera Capital have also invested in Globe. And Pantera Capital are a beast. They're one of the biggest, one of the first big guys in the crypto space since 2013. I did a video on them not that long ago. So let's just have a look. I think I've covered everything. So there you have it. Let's just jump back on here. In fact, shall we? Let me just do one last thing. I think it'll be worthwhile because there is a little bit of technicals we can do. Let's go to Dex Tools. Kickpad is on the Binance Smart Chain. Let's just go here. Now, when a market moves down that much, 99.5%. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to do. Sorry, I wanted to cover one more thing with you. I want to pull up this spreadsheet. You may have seen me use this spreadsheet. I put it together for myself. It just basically measures how much has the market pulled down, and if it reaches its previous all-time high again, what is the multiple? Because at the beginning I said 200x, right? I said 200x. What the heck, Jagir, are you basing 200x on? Well, what I'm basing it on is if Kickpad, if I just pull up all the data, it's down here right now, right? It's flat as anything, right? It's so flat. But if it reached its all-time high again of $4.60, what is the multiple? And would it end at $4.60 or would it go higher? Well, we don't know that right now, but we know the peak was 61 million. We also know that BSC pad at its peak was 160 million. PokerStart, I believe, was around 400 million at its peak. So the potential is there. But let's just do it objectively. I've put in this data already. It's currently ranked. Well, we want to use just sometimes it's annoying. CoinMarketCap hasn't got the market cap information, so we just use CoinGecko. So it's actually 1863 in terms of its ranking. Let's change that here. 1863. So we just know it's not in the top 100 right now. The price is not the true reflection, and it was $1.60 was its peak. That means, like it's basically saying here, it's pulled back 100%. Well, it's not 100%. It just means it's to the nearest decimal. It's almost pulled back down to zero. It's that seed round price. If you look at the seed round price, not even the IDO price for Kickpad, it's that seed round price or thereabouts. If it reaches its all-time high again, it will do a 207x. Now, if the price drops again, like when I bought it, it was more, I think it was 17, 16 on average, I think it was. You know, a week ago, it would have been a 300x, right? These small micro price movements to the downside, like if it pulls down to 1.4 cents, you can see it goes to 328x if it reaches all-time high. At this micro level, these small price movements can make a significant difference if it reaches its all-time high again. But let's just now finish off with some technicals. So we've got the Kickpad on Dex Tools. Let's just do a full screen on Dex Tools. I like to have the background white when I'm using Dex Tools. It just makes it more consistent with what we've seen before. Okay, look, just tanked, right? Tanked. Is that a true reflection? I think I've done something. Yeah, I did some work here. Look at this. So the market, oh, I said this at the time. This is what I said at the time. When I came across this, I wanted to do a video last week, but I just didn't have the time to do it. So, because I wanted to bring it to your attention. I saw the price. I bought some down here. This is just full disclosure. If I can get this, what I'm looking for is this. What was the price? It was around here. I bought some around up here. I actually bought some around here. And then what I said to myself was, it's likely to do a bit of a pullback to 1.5 cents. And if it does, I want to buy. So I did a quick retracement and it actually went a lot lower. It went to, what did it go to? It went to around 0.013 and I bought some around here again. And then when the crypto world came closer, people started hearing about it. The day of the CAP event, the Community Airdrop Program event on their marketing amplification platform, this new jargon, it just shot through the roof, right? It went from, let's just call it 1.5 cents to peaking at 3 cents. So it did like a nice 2x overnight. So this is actually an initial chart pattern that you can see clearly. What I'm going to do, it's very low market cap and it's very delicate data. I'm going to call it delicate data. But what I'm seeing here, just if you're looking to, again, this is high risk, it's very low market cap, but we've got some fundamentals now where we can go, okay, look, they seem to be doing something. It's just very under the radar. What I see this as a nice wave 1. Psychology plays out a nice little correction, a nice wave 3. Looks like it's forming some type of wave 4. What we should anticipate next is some type of wave 5. And then typically what happens, let me just draw this out. This is total speculation now, but we're going to put some method to the madness just so you can, and again, this is probability, guys. It's not guaranteed. You know that by now. It tends to have something like an ABC following. Because the markets, based on buying and selling, based on market psychology, is always expanding and contracting, right? People buying and selling based on human emotion. So what I'm seeing here is a typical wave 4 correction. I don't think they've announced the next cap event yet. Not that I've seen anyway. And the cap event, the last one finished yesterday. But a typical wave 3, first of all, is 1.618 of this to 2.618. And you can see, look at that, it's gone right close to this, exceeded this, 2.618 nicely. And then we had a bit of a correction. So one look at is, just for the fun of it, on my angle anyway. What's a typical wave 4 correction? Well, typical wave 4 correction. I've got a masterclass coming, by the way, guys. I've been working hard on it to help you, because sometimes you ask me for very, I'm going to use the word exotic tokens, some that I haven't even heard of, because there's like 11,000 tokens. I want to give you the skill set so you can do this yourself, because sometimes I just can't get around to doing it. Right, typical correction is a minimum of 38.2%, which is this line here, of a wave 1 to 3, and typical minimum is 23.6% to a 38% of this. We've got a nice cluster here. These are very similar price zones. So we're in this kind of zone. Wave 4 also has a relationship to wave 2, but we kind of go, look, it looks very similar. We'll probably get some type of wave 5, anticipate some type of bigger correction. We'll probably get to the 1.5, 1.8 cent zone again. And then what I'm anticipating, if it does take off, if this, marketing amplification platform technology or new model takes off, what will tend to occur, especially if crypto world performs well, we'll see how it goes. with the airdrops and everything else, and I'm getting just familiar with the process. You'll tend to get a nice move to the upside, and a typical, this is total speculation here, so don't take this too seriously. I'm just doing typical, if the price reached this point and it did a correction down here, I'm just looking ahead of time. Typical wave 3 would be 1.618. Oh, did I miss it? Let me just do that one more time. Yeah, 1.618. There we go. It should be it. There we go. And then we can anticipate that the price may get to around 5 cents. 5 cents, but you know, that's really, really short term. This is more just capital preservation, maybe take some profits out of 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x. You know, you want to assume that, you know, as good as we might think Kickpad may do, we want to assume it might do some type of movement to the upside, but then it's best practice to assume it's just going to continue tanking. So then, you know, at this kind of point, you can take your money off the table, whatever that is, but then you want to have a good chunk. If it does end up doing all-time new highs, you want to be able to ride that wave until Bitcoin at least is over $100,000 if it gets to that price. And Kickpad might be, you know, a first mover advantage, and it's got some great traction with IDO, so it's really got his name out there already. Yeah, so it's there you go. There you go. Kickpad, we did a lot today. A very different video today, but we did get the technicals in at the end. But 200x potential. The word is potential. Very high risk because it's moved down 99.5% from its all-time high. That's important to note. So you can do your own personal math if it meets your risk strategy. If you would participate in the cap events, the last one was yesterday. The next one, I'm assuming the team seems to have 1 or 2 a month at the moment. So, and I'm guessing as the markets pick up, they will get more, and as they get more traction, they will start announcing this. I think they're just getting the minimal viable product and working out the nuances. So credit to you, Kickpad. Man, sometimes it's going to work out, sometimes it's not. We don't know at this stage. We can only go by the information that we have. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It's a low cap gem, potential gem. Already done a 2x in the last week or two. Well, not in the week or two, in the last 10 days, especially with this market event that's happening. So once they announce the next one, especially if crypto world performs well, then it's going to bring a lot more eyeballs. Let me know how you found that today. You know, do you want more videos like this to bring up this hidden research? Because sometimes it's just difficult to find, because it took me a while to get my head around this and kind of really, really dig this out. Let's finish with a quote. We're still on the book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to read this section of the book today called Take Inventory of Yourself. This is on chapter, what chapter is this? This is chapter, what chapter is this? Well, it's a big book. This is a big book. It's chapter 6. Excuse me. So, take inventory of yourself. 28 questions you should answer. Yeah. It says, annual self-analysis is essential in the effective marketing of personal services, as is annual inventory in merchandising. So saying you're the merchandise here. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in faults and an increase in virtues. One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backwards in life. One objective should be, of course, to go ahead. Annual self-analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward steps one may have made. The effective marketing of personal services requires one to move forward even if the progress is slow. So here, personal analysis, it's got 28 questions. I'm not going to read the 28 questions, but the first one is, I have attained the goal which I established as my objective for this year. So it's really, really cool to do. But yeah, saying you either are growing or you're dying. You're either improving or you're retracting. So just making sure that you're moving forward in life, learning those skills and applying those skills. So even when you're learning Elliott Wave, Fibonacci, and doing this kind of analysis, to make sure you're progressing and getting better every time, where your faults decrease and your virtues increase. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you soon.